Sign everyone up. We're back. I know, of course, it's a live thing. You know how I roll, so there's going to be a hiccup. So sorry about muting the intro music. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. This is the first edition of Sign Me Up Saturday. I am the ref representing XFL Newsroom, Pro Wrestling Newsroom, and the Sports Newsroom. So similar to last week, we're going to start things off. We're going to talk about the return of sports. We're going to talk about the NHL, the NBA, Premier League, the NFL. Then we're going to go into some news, some updates on the XFL's bankruptcy. Look at who some of the interested parties may be. Kind of talk about those key dates that we need to look for to know if the XFL will be returning. But again, it's Sign Me Up Saturday. I'm happy. It's a good day. It's a great day. It just might be the best day ever. We're using the webcam today because, again, hiccups. That's what I do best. I did forget to charge the real camera. So hopefully the quality's pretty good. Hopefully the volume's good. Let us know in the chat here. I'm going to pull up the chat, actually. Let me just bring it up over here. See, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's safe, they're clean, they're feeling well. But, you know, since it is Sign Me Up Saturday, got to have some of this claw, ruby grapefruit. Sign me up there. We're having a little bit of fun. But you know what? We're going to go into, we'll just jump right into the news. I don't think there's much to go over. So let's just flip this bad boy over here. But again, hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. So the first one up here, we're talking about the NHL. Sounds like they have released a plan to return. We talked about this a little bit last week, and it goes pretty much along the same line. So 24 teams compete for the Stanley Cup. 2 hub cities will host the games. There's going to be a lot of protocols for returning to training. So that seems to be the consistent message through a lot of these articles that we're going to look at here, is that the returns are still contingent on the safety protocols and all of that stuff. But it sounds like we're getting closer. So we have the draft lottery. Let's just take a look at the video that they propped up in here. I can't remember if there's anything good. I know I'm probably demonetized already by the music they use, but let's take a look. Whatever, we're having fun. So City 1. So here's the first buys, right? So we have the 2 hub cities, right? So your East City, your West City, Boston, Tampa Bay, Washington, Philly, St. Louis, Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas. So those are the guys that get to go right into the playoffs, I believe. I could be wrong on all of this. And then these are the guys that need to compete for a spot. Well, we're going to jump into the article, and we'll get some more details here in a second. Either way, they're going to do bonkers ratings. Sorry to talk over this. Sports are coming back. So round robin proceeding. Here we go. Okay. 1 game against each of the other top 4 teams. These games will be played regular season OT and shootout rules with ties in the final, standings broken by regular season points percentage. Makes sense. Now, the best of 5 qualifying rounds. Okay. Seeds 5 through 12 in each conference based on points percentage will meet the East. Yeah, okay. Playoff overtime rules apply here. All right, so this is going to be fun. Let's skip the video. Let's just jump into the article here because it does. J-Dash. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure if I hate it. I'm just glad that we're having something come back here. So 24 teams will resume play, top 12 in each conference on the basis of blah, blah, blah. Timeline, talked about that. Phase 2, early June. Early June, expect that teams will be permitted to return to home facilities for small group, voluntary, and on and off ice training. So we're just about a week away from that point happening. Not earlier, so phase 3, not earlier than the first half of July. Formal training camps will begin, guidance from medical and civil authorities. And then phase 4, timing to be determined, but it sounds like really the end of July, and that's where we go into the playoffs. So the hub cities, what are they going to be? What are the options? So we have, here are the cities that are up to be chosen. So we have Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Texas. Sign us up. Not Houston, but hey, it's still Texas. I'll take it. Edmonton, Alberta, Las Vegas, which I think they're probably going to, that'll be one of the cities there. Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Pittsburgh, Toronto, and Vancouver. Let's see. So if Vegas is the West hub, let's see. I'm going to probably say Toronto, maybe Pittsburgh for the East hub, but we'll see. We'll see. Each conference is assigned a hub city, so basically all the West is in one city, all the East is in another. Teams will be limited to 50 personnel in the hub city with only a small limit of support staff. And like we mentioned, timing and sites will be determined at a future date and dependent on these conditions, testing ability, and government regulations. So, hey, either way, sports are coming back the end of July. So that's not the only one. We're going to take a look. The Premier League is coming back June 17th. June 17th. So again, no fans in place, but sports are coming back. I do know we have football fans, not American football fans, but I don't know if you call it traditional football, European football, everywhere else in the world football but the United States. So, well, they're coming back. Not a huge soccer fan, but I definitely am going to be watching this. When I was stuck in Salt Lake for a month, I actually did become a pretty decent soccer fan, mainly in part there's not much to do in Salt Lake City, but the Real Salt Lake, they provide some good entertainment, and it's one of the few places in Utah that sells real beer, because if you don't know, Utah has 2% alcohol in their beer if you go to the grocery store, and it's garbage. But either way, we're getting off track here. Again, hopefully everyone's doing well today. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Let's take a look at how maybe some of the players are feeling about returning in the NFL, right? So we hear all this hullabaloo. People want sports to return, but do the players want to return? Do they feel comfortable jumping back on the field? Well, let's take a look. Taylor Decker, not really worried about the coronavirus. So that's just one player, but let's take a look at what this says here. On Thursday, an NFL player acknowledged that indeed he's not concerned about the thing. I don't know if this is politically correct thing to say, but I'm not really worried about it personally. And this is coming from Lions offensive lineman Taylor Decker. It's pretty simple to me. I'm not worried about it personally because I'm out here in Arizona by myself right now, so I don't have elderly or kids around me. Decker added that he's willing to take responsible steps to reduce the spread of the thing because that's just the right thing to do, because he made it clear that he's not concerned about catching it while practicing or playing football. And it seems to be, when I was reading through a couple other articles, it seems to be that Taylor Decker is not the only one. It seems like a lot of these players just want to get back out there and do what they love. And us as fans want to see that too. We want to be in the stands. Clearly, everybody will want to be safe. Hey, Pastor Jack, how you doing? Sign you up. It's Sign You Up, Sign Me Up Saturday. Sign everyone up Saturday. We're getting signed up. This is just the first episode. Probably going to be doing a lot more of these. I don't want to say it's going to be a weekly occurrence. I don't like to be stuck on schedules. I did This Week in the XFL for over a year, and that was a gauntlet. And I just felt like I was tied to the idea of having to put out a weekly show. And This Week in the XFL will return, probably if the league returns. Probably change the formats a little bit, but this is going to be kind of its own separate thing from This Week in the XFL. Like, as you can tell, we're talking about things other than just the XFL. We're kind of talking about all sports, but we do incorporate the XFL because clearly the XFL is sports. But it is always good to have a contingency plan in place, because if the XFL doesn't return, I want to hang out with y'all still. I want to chat. I want to party. I want to drink my White Claw and get signed up. So let's move on to the NBA. What's going on with the NBA? Well, the NBA set July 31st as a target day, right? So that's when they plan on returning. That's awesome, right? So we don't really have a target date for the MLB. I know they're still fighting for money there, which I think is a little silly, right? But I'm not going to get into that. And then the NHL hasn't really announced a date. They have some timelines in place. Excuse me. Premier League, they put out a date. But for American sports, we have a date. July 31st is the target date for the NBA. So let's take a look. Let's see what their plan is. I can't remember. I read this one a couple days ago. I should have did a little bit more research to jump in this with a couple more facts. But we're just going to read through it, and hopefully all is good. So NBA Commissioner Adam Silver informed the Board of Governors Friday that the league hopes to resume July 31st. The Athletic reports. All games are expected to take place, we talked about this last week, at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex down at Disney in Orlando. So the Board of Governors has made no final determination regarding the format. So we talked about what things going to look like with the NHL. Well, they haven't really figured that out for the NBA. We have a little bit of time. We have about 2 months here before they're hoping to return. But I assume it'll be similar to what the NHL is doing. They're going to jump right into the playoffs, maybe have some weird little amended playoffs to wrap up some of those end of season points and things like that, and ties and whatnot. 3 other scenarios remain under condition, including a return to the regular season with either 72 or 76 games instead of the traditional 82. March 11th, we already know about that. We talked about the NHL and, what we're going to talk about, what we just talked about. But the NFL is closely watching what other leagues do. So nothing is official yet, but the ball is moving. The ball is rolling. Sports are on their way back. And I can't complain about that. But now we're going to talk about what I think a lot of people want to hear about is some XFL updates. So let's take a look. What do we know? What do we know so far? So we talked about last week that amazingly it seemed like the XFL may be coming back. At the time, I don't think we talked about this yet, but at least at the time, it seemed like Vince McMahon may be one of the people trying to purchase the company back. We talked about all of that. But we do have some updates. He has responded and said he is not a bidder. Take it for what it is. Take it for what it's worth. But according to Vince McMahon, he is not bidding on the company. He hopes that people do bid on the company, spend a lot of money on the company, and keep it going. But we have some more details. So it sounds like the XFL has some plans in place for whoever decides to buy the company so that they can just hit the ground running and amazingly, seemingly, have a 2021 season. So last week, when we were talking about this, I said, look, even if it comes back, there's going to be a long road ahead, right? 2021 seems very difficult to achieve. But there is some explainers here on how that can be done, right? Because it's, although it seems like there's plans in place to come back for 2021, it's not going to necessarily be like it was this past season. So let's just go through the details here. So, like we said earlier, we reported that Vince McMahon was apparently out as a potential buyer of the XFL. Now that the dust has settled a bit, we're starting to learn more from today's court filing. So this was back on the 26th, which was Tuesday. So back on Tuesday's court filings. So the debtor's investment banker, Julian Loki, is currently in active discussions with dozens of potential buyers, and substantially all potential purchasers have indicated that the potential for an XFL in spring 2021 is important to them. So let's look over that. Everybody, at least according to the investment banker for the XFL, everybody that's interested in the XFL wants a 2021 season. Advantageous. I like it. Okay, let's read more. So it seems that folks interested in purchasing the league are looking for a 2021 restart. As of now, all parties are hoping to have the sale finalized by August 1st. We'll talk about the dates because that date has slightly changed, but we'll get to that to hit the ground running. The debtor has negotiated for an extension of the sale process until the first week of August for a total process of 115 days. XFL President Jeffrey Pollack also commented as part of the court filing expressing the urgency that if a 2021 season were to take place, a deal would need to be completed by August 1st. We're going to talk about the dates here in a minute. We're going to get to the dates because the dates change just a little bit, But here's what he had to say. If we are going to resume playing in 2021, we would need to be in a go mode ideally by August 1st of this year. And I think there is a chance for us to be in a position to play next year. And so doing would, I think, be good for the business and an ongoing basis. So the ball is moving. There's people interested. They have plans in place to return. But let's see. Let's take a look at what the return looks like. And there's some more things going here. Sorry, I need a little bit of claw here. When you talk so much, man, it really dries your throat out. But give me a second. Sign me up. Again, even when we thought Vince may be purchasing the league, I wrote in first person, I didn't expect that it would try to return so soon. We talked about that. They're definitely advantageous. Their reasons include a desire to generate revenue and to further establish the league in a content-starved environment in spring 2021 and to avoid leaving space out to 2022 that would allow others to act on the opportunity. So there's a lot of reasons here, but I like where this is going. As of May 25th, the investment banker Houlihan Lokey had distributed teasers to 235 potential purchasers. 235 people they've reached out to see if they had interest in buying the league. As of that date, 20 potential purchasers had executed NDAs, some non-disclosure agreements, and gained access to a data room containing extensive diligence materials, including a confidential information memorandum that Houlihan Lokey added to the data room May 1st. As of May 25th, 6 more. So we're about 26 people, potential purchasers, were in the process of executing their NDA to gain access to that data room. Based on preliminary feedback, there's a robust market for the XFL's assets, the debtor's assets, including a number of potentially interested private equity firms and other strategic and financial sponsors. And we'll talk about who the potential buyers or some of the potential people that are interested or parties that are interested here after we talk about the key dates. So, everybody seems to be on track. They want 2021 to return. And there's a possibility that fans may not be able to be in attendance, right? So that was kind of expected. The XFL has thought this through and is proposing a 12-week made-for-TV tournament-style approach for that season. Okay, so it's going to be different if it does return. I don't think it's going to stay like that every year. This is more of this is really kind of I look at it as a preseason of sorts, right? You're getting your players, you're getting your practice, you're getting your exposure, and then hopefully in 2022 you move these teams back into their respective markets, maybe move some of the teams like we talked about last week. So far it seems like St. Louis, Seattle, Houston, those three are safe so far, it seems like, as the league has reached out to them to restart the lease. We don't know if they did, but we know that the league reached out to them, so there's interest in staying there. So let's read what the filing had to say. The debtor has modeled for a 2021, a made-for-TV 12-week tournament-style approach to its business. The XFL is also well-positioned to, if necessary, deliver a crowd-free experience that could thrive in the current environment. given the XFL's existing innovations such as in-game audio from players and coaches and live on-screen sports wagering information. So again, just using the innovations from this earlier season to supplement not having a crowd in the 2021 season. Okay, I get it. So the ball's moving. Vince McMahon, he's out of the picture. So we talked about the dates. Before we talk about who might be interested in buying the XFL, let's take a look at some key dates. So Jake from the St. Louis Battlecast, part of the XFL newsroom team, he scoured the filings the other day on the 27th, and he found key sale dates for the XFL, or key dates relating to the XFL. So the bid deadline, we have that July 30th. August 3rd is the auction. Sale hearing is August 7th. So what does all that mean? So what does this mean, right? So if you want to be a part of the bidding process, you need to submit your application by July 30th. As the joke says, believe me, if I could afford it, I would. I'd be signed up there. I'd be Stefan McMahon, getting McMahoned up, signed up, change the league to sign me up football, getting signed up all day and night. What other teams do I think are safe? That's a good question. Let's deviate on that. So thanks, buddy, for the question. So we talked about St. Louis, Seattle, and Houston. I think the Guardians are safe, but they move. I think they move to Red Bull Arena instead of playing at MetLife Stadium. I still think that's safe. It's still in the same city. They all could be safe. I guess the next one up, I would say DC is probably safe. And I say that because they had a really nice stadium. It was an XFL sized stadium. It was the perfect size for an XFL stadium. So I think they're safe. Now the ones in the hot seat for me, right, is Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay moves down to Orlando. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the potential buyers on what would almost make that a guarantee, right? LA, I think, moves to San Diego. I can't remember how far San Diego is from LA, so it may only be an hour, so it still may be your team. I don't know. Dallas is a hard one. Dallas, just hearing that the league was talking to San Antonio and knowing that they were already talking to TD-ECU Stadium to keep the Roughnecks in Houston, I think Dallas could possibly move to San Antonio into the Alamo Dome. I would assume the rent's a lot cheaper than renting out Globe Life. But I'm sure we're going to know all these details. It sounds like next year, I bet you next year, none of the teams change if they play that format where they're all in one location. Because why even change the city if they're all going to be in one location? Then, you kind of get 2 years out of it. Either way, sorry. But then good question, buddy. So the auction. So this is when the people can actually bid on the XFL. That's taking place August 3rd. So looking at the past article that we were just talking about, Jeffrey Pollock, XFL president, said that ideally they wanted to have the sale done by August 1st. But it seems like it's delayed maybe about a week. I don't think it's going to be enough to really delay things more than they already have. But yeah, the auction takes place August 3rd, and the sale hearing takes place August 7th, 10 a.m. And realistically, that's when we're probably going to know 100% who has bought the XFL. So let's talk about it, folks. Who is interested in buying the XFL? Well, there's rumors everywhere. There's people confirming things. I've heard a lot of things. So some that we're going to talk about, some that we're not. So just remember the things that we're not talking about. I wouldn't necessarily get happy or bummed out about the groups or people or whatever that we're going to discuss here, because there's more. There's way more. Some of the names I heard didn't sound realistic. And I've heard it from some pretty reliable people, but we're not going to talk about those because they're really not confirmed, and we've been down that alley. But here are the ones that I think we can safely say. We talked about a few of these last week. I know I've been talking about it on Twitter, but the big one, the big rumor that everyone seems to be confirming, I don't know how much they can confirm it, but these are the ones that I've heard that everybody else is talking about. So it seems like executives from Disney/ESPN, they're highly interested. So again, talking about if Tampa Bay moves, then if Disney's in, it makes absolute sense to move the Vipers down to Orlando, clearly because that is Disney City. If you've never been to Orlando, pretty much everything is Disney. But that's one of them. And there's pros and cons to all of these. But before we go into that, the other network that it seems to be interested is Fox Entertainment. And just to clarify, so I've seen this online too. So a lot of people are confused on the Fox Disney situation. So they're under the impression that Disney owns Fox. Well, Disney bought 20th Century Fox, right? So 20th Century Fox, it was the production company. So now it's just 20th Century Films rather than 20th Century Fox. But Fox still owns Fox Sports 1 and the sports stations, and Fox, the channel, Fox News, things like that. But they also seem to be interested, which makes sense because they were both broadcast partners for the league. They both have skin in the game. They both need to fill up their broadcasting time. And really, that's the benefit, really, if either one of those organizations does pull the trigger and buy the XFL, well, you'll never have to worry about a broadcast partner. And that's pretty good. Now, again, there's pros and cons to each company. Some people love Disney. Some people hate Disney. Some people love Fox. Some people hate Fox. So clearly there's going to be some happy people, some upset people. But I think at the end of the day, just having the XFL back will make a lot of people happy. Hopefully, we'll see. It seems that there's a few different investment firms, investment groups, things of that nature. And this is just my opinion, and I would love to hear yours. Let us know in the chat, down in the comments below. Seems like investment groups and things like that are interested in as well. And those I'm not as excited about. And the main reason is it can work really well, right? It really all depends who's investing or who's part of the group or their financial backing. So it could go well. But to me, there's so much room for it to go wrong, right? So one, the benefit of the media companies buying it, always have a broadcast partner. That's not guaranteed with investment groups unless maybe the investment group involves media or media partners. If the league doesn't pull a profit in 2 years, they're gone. They're probably going to take off depending on how much or how close they are to that profit. So to me, I don't like the negatives there. I just don't. There's too much downfall for me. But that's just my opinion. I'd like to let you know. Let's see, buddy. If either Disney or Fox bought the league, would they still allow the other to have the broadcasting rights? That's interesting that you bring that up. I would maybe it's possible. It really depends on. It probably depends on what the broadcasting contracts look like for the old league, and if those are still in play, they may be forced to allow them. But here's one to think about, because this has happened in the past. What if Disney and Fox jointly buy the XFL, or multiple media partners buy the XFL? And you might think, oh, that's the ref. You're crazy. What are you talking about? That's not going to happen. Disney and Fox buy something together. They did it with Hulu. They did it with, there's all sorts of, UPN was Paramount and Universal, I believe, right? Now they're one company. There's all sorts of these types of joint partnerships all over. So Maybe, that's something I've heard too, but I don't know how much stock I put into that. But that honestly, that would be very preferable in my mind if both media companies bought it, because then you're guaranteed, like we said, the broadcast partner thing's solved. You're covered on many fronts there, because on the Disney side you have ABC, ESPN 1, 2, and 3. On Fox's side, you have Fox. You have Fox Sports 1 and 2, right? So that's a whole bunch of channels that could be airing your games. Now, clearly, you want them on the broadcast television or your main flagship cable stations, right? Your Fox Sports 1 or your ESPN, the ESPN 2, Fox Sports 2. It works. We want the big boys, but we're deviating. But either way, let's see. We're right around the corner from June. So we need to make it through June and July. And then the first week of August, we're going to have those details. And I guarantee you, some of the things that I've been hearing are either going to be proved right or wrong before then. So we'll probably talk about that in the near future. But yeah, we have exciting stuff. 2 months from now, we're going to know if the league is coming back. And if they are or aren't, we're gonna still be posting online. We're gonna still be coming here, and hopefully, when it's not so hot, we'll start wearing this ref shirt again, because it's summer in Texas. You guys don't understand. Recording those this week's in the XFL in the summertime was not fun, man. Wearing a shirt, a ref shirt. These things are not thin, and then a sports jacket, dude. I was dying in some of those videos, but it was worth it. We had fun. But you know what? It's Sign Me Up Saturday, so I'm getting a little casual. We'll just put it over the shoulder. Let everyone know the ref is here. So you know what? Let's jump into 12:30. What do we want to do here? Let's open some XFL trading cards. Let's open some XFL trading cards. So this is the one we're doing. So last week we did the hobby box. So this is 10 packs, 10 cards each, 100 cards, 1 guaranteed autograph per box. Get it out of here. Now we're going to the big dick box. This is the big daddy, the BDB, the BD box. So this one we have 24 packs, 10 cards each, 240 cards, 3 autographs guaranteed. So, before we bust this bad boy open, here's the deal, folks. Here's the real deal. Here's the skinny. So, all the duplicates that we get out of this, we're going to do a giveaway at the end of it. So far, and again, I'm quite amazed. Usually when you get these boxes, you get a lot more duplicates, but in this box, we only had 3 duplicates, only 100 cards, 240 cards. I believe there's only about 180 in the set. So we're going to get more of these, and we're going to give these away. So here's what you need to do if you want to join the giveaway. Well, it's easy. Like, comment, subscribe. So you got to be subscribed to the YouTube channel, but you also need to subscribe to us over on Twitter at XFL Newsroom. And if you've done all of those things, sign you up. But there's one last thing that you should do. You should also hit the link for the Discord. I don't think I actually added it in the description of this one. But if you head over to xflnewsroom.com, which you should be doing daily for all the latest XFL news, just click this Join the Discord button right there. You won't regret it. It'll make you feel good. It builds morale. So head over there, join us on Discord, hang out with a bunch of other like-minded XFL fans. It's a good time. So let's bust this bad boy open. Like I said last week, here are the ones I'm looking for. I want a June Jones. I want a signed PJ Walker. I'll take a signed June Jones as well. Man, I probably should have opened this before we jumped on the stream here. There we go. Yeah, this box is a little bit more busted up. Now, if you did miss out on the XFL trading cards, if you tried to buy them on Topps.com and they weren't available, check your local Target. Targets, they're selling, at least my local Target had a bunch of these in stock, $20 a piece. sign you up. So let's open this up on camera here. Actually, let's go to the big cam. I don't know why we're still on the small cam. Geez, Stefan, the ref. I don't know what you do. So let's. Ooh, smells good. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 24 fresh XFL trading card packs. So let's see what we get. I don't know. I said this last week. I don't know if we're going to open all these this week because that's 24 packs. That's over twice as many as the packs we did last week. Probably going to open up a couple of these depending on time. I wanted to look at Behind the Bash, which if you didn't look it up, it'll be fun. If not, probably going to do another stream here in the next couple days. Maybe my boy J Dash will join me. If not, we'll do it for next week's Sign Me Up Saturday. But let's take a look. Let's see what we got this week here. So we have Cameron Artis-Payne running back for the Renegades. Okay, so far no duplicates. All right, this is a good one here. Jonathan Hayes, head coach, GM of the Battlehawks. Kaka all day and night. Oh, so this one you're going to be happy about. This, we have another duplicate. It's a PJ Walker, not signed, but now PJ Walker goes into the giveaway pile. That's a win if you ask me. Jalen Tolliver, wide receiver for the Vipers. Okay. Evan Rodriguez, tight end for the Dragons. And excuse me if I don't call out all the duplicates. I can't remember all of them that I put away, last week. But I'll double check them and we'll amend, right? So Roman Tatum, cornerback for the Wildcats. Ooh, this one I'm down with too. Sergio Castillo, kicker for them Roughnecks. For the H, still representing, baby. Still representing. It is sad what happened, but still representing. Avery Genesee, offensive tackle for the Roughnecks. Man, getting my Roughnecks all filled up today. Darius James, offensive tackle for our friends up north, the Renegades of Dallas. And Jalen Myrick, cornerback for the Defenders. Come on. There you go. There you go. One pack in, one duplicate, and it's a good one. A good one going into the giveaway pile. Let's open up a couple more of these. And like I said, probably not going to do all of these. We'll probably spread them out maybe for the next stream. Build the excitement, as they say. Ooh, let's see. We're going to take a call here. Actually, I'm going to push that one off. Sorry, that was my wife. If you're watching, I'm live streaming, but I will call you back later if you're watching. Just don't talk trash to me in the chat. Khalil Lewis, wide receiver for the Roughnecks, down with that one as well. I believe this is a duplicate. Landry Jones, Renegades quarterback. So that's going in the duplicate pile. 2 quarterbacks in there. 2 Texas quarterbacks in the duplicate pile. Dejon Allen, guard for the Battlehawks, another duplicate. Okay, we're getting this pile built up. Michael Dunn, didn't I just open him? I can't remember. Maybe not. I can't remember. I feel like this is a duplicate, but I can't remember. We're going to leave him in the pile for now. But this may go into the giveaway pile. Ooh. Hold on. I got to take a sip before this one. Tastes so good. Luis Perez, stars of the XFL cards. So these are like their little limited edition ones here. Let's take a look what we have. Okay, all right. I like that. It's funny, though, because, again, he's in his Wildcats gear. But as you know, he was traded to the New York Guardians, where he did a pretty good job. Did better than their starter. Mikhail McKay, I'm down. I can't remember if this is a duplicate from last week or not, so this may go into the giveaway pile. If not, I'm glad I got it. Hunter Niswander. I always, everybody pronounces that name a little bit different, but the kicker for the Defenders doesn't want to focus on him. There we go. Keenan Brown, tight end for the Guardians. Colin Jeter, tight end for the Dragons. Come on, buddy. There you go. Oh, yeah. Focus on me. There we go. Trey Williams, running back for the Dragons. I think this one might be a duplicate as well, but come on. It doesn't want to focus. Doesn't want to focus. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's see what happened here. All right. So here's what we're going to do, because this sounds like it might be important. I'm going to go on a quick break, and then we're going to come right back. So just give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. Well, such is life, she didn't answer the phone. So we're going to jump right back into this. Might need to jump back over if she calls back, but we'll see. Doesn't sound like an emergency, nothing bad, but she is out of town right now. So I do want to make sure that, I don't know, she probably needs money. She probably needs money. I hope she's watching this. I hope she's watching with her friends. If she is, you can't have any money. Let's see what we got here. Opening another pack. We're, 3 packs in? This is the 3rd pack. Trey Caldwell, cornerback for the Battlehawks. All right. Move that out of the way. Everyone can hear me, right? Yep, I turned the volume back on. Marco Myers, cornerback for the Dragons. Ooh, I spoiled one for myself already, so I'm gonna forget I saw that. So this is a different version of a Jerry Glanville. I'm glad I got 2 though. Jerry Glanville, Vipers offensive coordinator. I like that one. I think this may be a duplicate as well. Bob Stoops, Big Game Bob. I'm almost positive. So this one's pretty sure going into the giveaway pile. Matt McGloin. I think this is a duplicate as well. So this, all right, we're getting some. Okay. All right, so this is pretty sweet. So we found our first autograph of the box. Who do we got? Roll the dice. So we have Jalen Tolliver for the Vipers. I'll take it. I will take that. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Jalen McClendon, quarterback for the Wildcats. Duplicate, giveaway pile. Get signed up. Ajeen Harris, cornerback for the Roughnecks, and possibly a duplicate as well. Like I said, I figured the duplicates we would get a lot more duplicates this week. Let me just make sure I put the autograph one separately. Doron Grant, cornerback for the Defenders. Okay. And Carlos Merritt, safety for the Defenders. So that's 3 packs. Maybe we do 2 more. Maybe we do a couple more. I don't know. We'll see. Play by ear. Okay. So we got our first autograph. Wasn't a PJ Walker. Wasn't a June Jones. It was a good one. It was a good one. I'm signed up on it. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Headed to the NFL. Kenny Robinson, safety for the Battlehawks. This one could be worth some money one day. I'll tell you what. This one I'm going to cherish. T.O. Redding. Not Ted. T.O. Redding, wide receiver for the Guardians. Come on there. Focus on him. Give him his time of day. What are you doing? There we go. There we go. There we go. T.O. Redding. Brandon Barnes, tight end for the Wildcats. Ooh, Treston Cowd for the Renegades. Like that pose there. Getting pumped up. What do we got here? Ooh, Jeff Bedet. Jeff Bedet. I've heard it pronounced both. Wide receiver for the Renegades. Khalid Abdullah. This is a duplicate running back for the Defenders going into the giveaway pile. Ooh, Cheeseburger Jones, another giveaway. Cheeseburger Jones is going into the giveaway pile. Keenan Reynolds, wide receiver for the Dragons. I believe this is a duplicate as well, so this is possibly going into the duplicate pile. Anthony Coyle, defensive lineman for the Guardians. That's a duplicate. That's a giveaway. Okay, last one is also a duplicate, also going into the giveaway pile. Taylor Heineke, quarterback for the Battlehawks. Okay, all right. Let's do another one here. Really want to get these autographs, man. I'm curious. I'm curious to see who we could get. Hopefully everyone's weekend's doing well. Hopefully the weather's good. Hopefully everyone's safe and clean. Everything seems to be pretty good where we're at here at the XFL Newsroom HQ. But we have Jake Campos, guard for the Beehawks. The Battlehawks kick on every day. Another Battlehawk, Alonzo Russell, wide receiver for the Cawcaws. We got Emmanuel Beal, linebacker for the Vipers. Striking that pose as well, getting pumped up. Oh, I like this pose. Darius Vicker, running back for the Guardians. Look at that. He's proud. He's happy to be there. Marshawn Diggs, safety for the Wildcats, just hanging out there. Marquise Williams. I believe this may be a duplicate as well, but Marquise Williams, quarterback for the Guardians. Aaron Murray, quarterback for the Vipers. Played one game with them, then he got hurt. Donnell Pumphrey, also headed to the NFL, running back for the Defenders. Kari Lee, tight end for the Defenders. Okay. Pace Murray, defensive tackle, Renegades. Get crunk. Man, I keep saying I want to stop, but this is just so addicting to open these cards. Like I said, if you missed it, if you're still looking for cards, you can head over. We'll check your local Targets. We had a whole bunch of these in stock. The hobby box, $20 each, 100 cards per box. And in this box, I only had 3 duplicates. Clearly, we have a lot more duplicates now because we have cards to start with, and this one has 240 cards as opposed to 100. So naturally, but in those boxes, you're guaranteed at least one autograph. I believe I got an autograph and a Stars of the XFL card, which the bigger box, which I didn't see at Target, that has the bigger ones. But okay, Jake Payne, I like that one for offensive tackle for the Battlehawks. Kyril Richardson, guard for the Dragons. Dantia Dye, wide receiver for the Vipers. Okay, all right. Jamar Summers, cornerback for the Guardians. Come on now. There you go, buddy. There you go. Ooh, James Butler, running back for the Roughnecks. Come on. I think the camera's getting tired here. Doesn't want to focus anymore. Ooh, so maybe we start a second giveaway pile. So this is our second duplicate of a duplicate, our first duplicate of a duplicate. So, okay, maybe we're going to have multiple winners. Maybe we're going to have a big pile and a little pile. So first, second giveaway winner pile gets a Cardale, a Cheeseburger Jones. That is a good card to get. Scooby Wright, this goes in the main giveaway pile. Duplicate. Whoa, I like this one too. Rocket, Rashad Ross, wide receiver for the Defenders. Everybody will remember that trade from the Wildcats to DC. Everyone will remember it. Okay, here's my wife. So give me 1 second. I'm going to switch back over here and we'll be right back. I apologize. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. No, she just wanted to see if I wanted to go to Mexico in October. I will talk about that later. So let's see what we got here. Desmond Lawrence, cornerback for the Defenders. And Dietrich Nichols, cornerback for the Roughnecks. Getting a lot of Roughnecks here today. Let's take a look here. What do we got? One more. I don't know how many more cards we're going to do, but we're going to do some more. Maybe we'll do it until the top of the hour. We'll end this off. I might actually stream tonight, maybe tomorrow night, one of these days. We'll wrap up the rest of this box. And like I said, if you want to be part of the giveaway, it's simple. Just like, comment, subscribe on the, comment and like this video. Make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube as well as on Twitter over at XFL Newsroom. And that's all you got to do to be entered into the giveaway. So make sure you like, comment. Okay, so Casino 777 in the chat just put, he purchased 2 boxes and got 2.5 full sets of the base cards, so lots of duplicates. Okay, so at least that, I'm hoping to get that base set. We're getting close. I don't think I showed this on camera earlier, but I'm getting them all wrapped up and ready to go. So hopefully by the end of this, we will go through the full set. We'll just kind of go through every one of them. So we're just going to put that back where it belongs here. Philip Nelson, quarterback for the Renegades. Pretty sure this is going in the duplicate pile, but we're going to save that real quick. LaTroy Lewis, linebacker for the Roughnecks. Okay, all right. Tanner Gentry, wide receiver for the Guardians. Dexter McCoyle, safety for the Battlehawks. Oh, this is a good one. He's also here on YouTube. Kyle Cuero, linebacker for the Dragons. I know he got hurt near the end of that midseason that ended early, so hopefully all is well on that front. This one's a pretty sweet one, I'm not going to lie. Stars of the XFL, Keenan Reynolds, wide receiver for the Dragons. I like these stars. I really like the design on these Stars of the XFL cards. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh, this one's a good one. I can't remember if this is a duplicate. If it is, this is a good find for the duplicate pile. Nick Holley, Roughnecks, running back. Sign him up. Sign him up. Was he a running back or a wide receiver, though? Wasn't he a wide receiver? Am I wrong? Hold on. Let's take a look. Was Nick Holley a running back or a wide receiver? Let's take a look. Sorry to do this. We're fact-checking tops here is what we're doing, folks. I'm sorry. Somebody needs to keep the integrity. Let's take a look at the roster. He was a running back. He was a running back. No, my apologies. I thought he was a wide receiver. But this one's a wide receiver. Sign him up. Cam Phillips. Dude, led the league in receptions. This is a good one to have. Still not signed, by the way. Still not signed. So this is going to be, if the XFL returns, here's your star player right here, and hopefully he's still with the Roughnecks. Trayvon Sanders, defensive tackle for the Wildcats. And Taylor Russolino, kicker for the Battlehawks. This one's going into the giveaway pile. Got a duplicate. This dude is a stud. Like I said, we talked about it last week. I think his, not career high, but his XFL longest field goal was like 52, 56 yards, 58 yards. He's over 50 yards, which is always good, but I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up. If the XFL returns, sign him up. I know there's players looking to return to the XFL. I've seen a couple of them online on Twitter and things like that. Don't know about so much the executives and the presidents. But if their league really wants to hit the ground running, they should do whatever they can to get as many of the people that were in the original league that are willing to come back, because I think they proved themselves as qualified candidates to hold those positions. Clause law. All right. Trey Williams, linebacker for the Wildcats. Maybe a duplicate as well. Here's one. D'Angelo Yancey, wide receiver, going into the giveaway pile. Okay. Andrew McDonald, defensive tackle for the Battlehawks. And we're going to go over the giveaway pile here at the end of it. And then we'll update it on the next call after I have a chance to go through all these cards and make sure that we didn't miss any duplicates. Ben Johnson, tight end for the Dragons. I just skipped one and I saw a good one. But we're not going to go out of order here. We're not going to go out of order. Dylan Day, guard for the Dragons. Now this next card. This is a Stars of the XFL card. Like I said, I really like the design on these cards. But this is a cool one. This is the one to have. So, Jordan Tamu, I've heard it pronounced both ways. If anybody wants to correct me one way or the other, let me know. Quarterback for the Battlehawks, Stars of the XFL card. Like I said, I really like the design of these cards. Let's take a look at what the back says. If we can get Tiamo averaged a healthy 9.5 yards per passing attempt. It is 2 years at Ole Miss with elusiveness in the pocket and plenty of arm talent. He's adept at improving when the initial play breaks down. Good card to have. I like it. Jaquan Gardner, running back for the Dragons. Pretty sure this is going in the duplicate pile. So we'll double check on that. Bradley Silve, cornerback for the Defenders. This is going into the duplicate pile. So giveaway pile. Here's another one for the giveaway pile. Nick Truesdell, tight end for the Vipers. This is going to be yours. And this is definitely a giveaway. And this may be in both the giveaway piles. I'll have to double check the one I looked at earlier. But Marquise Williams, New York Guardians. This is in the giveaway pile. So I mean it this time. We're going to do one last pack, probably end the stream. And then we'll probably come back on either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Worst case scenario, we will be back next Saturday for Sign Me Up Saturday. Probably 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. So noon Central. So let's take a look here. Okay, so we're starting it off strong. Kevin Gilbride, quarterback whisperer, head coach, GM of the New York Guardians. Sign him up. Jalen Dunlap, cornerback for the Wildcats. Ooh, I like this one. Sammy Coates for the Roughnecks. All right. Here, going into the giveaway pile. This is a giveaway pile card. Darius Vicker with that sweet pose for running back for the Guardians. Another giveaway card, another duplicate. Cameron Artis Payne, running back for the Renegades. This duplicate pile is getting pretty good. Giveaway pile is getting pretty nice. Another Stars of the XFL card. So this is our third Stars of the XFL card. We have one autograph. We still have 2 autographs left. We got Kari Lee, tight end for the Defenders. I like it. EJ Bibbs, tight end for the Guardians. Sign him up. You want to focus on him? Come on, show up that smile. Come on, give him that smile. There we go. Reese Horn, wide receiver for the Vipers. Having a good time. Ooh, I like this one too. Brandon Silvers, cornerback for the Dragons. We actually interviewed Brandon Silvers on this channel, J-Dash and myself, shortly before the league kicked off, right after he was announced as a Tier 1 quarterback. So make sure you check the history. Maybe I'll do one of the. Click the link right here. Hey, I'll never remember to go edit to click the link right here. But if I do, click the link right here. It's going to take you to our interview with Brandon Silvers. It's 101. We're having fun. Well, it's 101 Central. It's 201 Eastern, 1101. I'm sorry, that's probably really loud and annoying. But I think that wraps it up for today. We're getting signed up. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Stay tuned to Twitter. Stay tuned to Facebook. Check out XFL Newsroom. Check out the Shooting Gallery Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Check out XFL Newsroom and Pro Wrestling Newsroom for all the latest news in those respective sports. Check out Sports Newsroom on Twitter, XFL Newsroom on Twitter, PW Newsroom on Twitter. The Ref Says on Twitter. Check out, like I said, the Shooting Gallery Wrestling Podcast. We have big news coming up. The XFL is coming back, it seems. We'll have to see how it plays out. We'll have to see who buys it. But as of now, yeah, we're going to keep this train going. If the XFL doesn't come back, we're still going to keep the party going. You can always count on the Ref. We may do more stuff than sports. I might start a second channel. I'm probably going to do a video here in the near future about the Detroit Lions. This will probably be a pre-recorded video, not so much a live stream one. But just to kind of end it out on some conversation here. If you don't know by now, I grew up a Detroit Lions fan. And it is just as horrible as you could imagine. And so basically, I'm going to go through what it's like to grow up a Lions fan. And I also want to talk about, if you've never heard of it, you should check it out, but The Curse of Bobby Lane. So that'll probably be its own separate video. I don't know when it'll come out. I want to put a lot of effort into it, so it might be a while. But expect more stuff from the channel. We're going to be around. And thanks for sticking with us. Like I said, it's been fun. It's been a fun couple of years building this channel up. We started doing video games. We jumped into XFL. Now we're doing just XFL and sports. And depending on the direction of everything, we'll see how that goes. But again, you don't understand how awesome it is for you guys to have stuck around after the league folded. And furthermore, joined before the league started. But either way, I think that's going to be it for this week. So just to end it off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to get into the giveaway, actually, let's do that real quick. Let's look at the giveaway pile. So we have Cameron Artis Payne, Darius Vicker, Marquise Williams, Nick Truesdell, Bradley Silv, D'Angelo Yancey, Tyler Russolino, Scooby Wright, Anthony Coyle, Cardale Jones, Khalid Abdullah, Jalen McClendon, Dejan Allen, Landry Jones, PJ Walker, Nick Truesdell. Oh, do we have two Nick Truesdells? Is that what I just saw? We do. So, okay, so that goes. We have two cards in the second giveaway then. Nelson Spruce and Landry Flippin Jones. Oh, we have two Landry Jones. So that goes in the giveaway too. So that is the first giveaway pile. The runner-up so far, the runner-up will get Landry Jones, Cardale Jones, and Nick Truesdell. So we have two giveaway piles. All you got to do, like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube, and make sure you're subscribed over on Twitter. But again, yeah, that's about it for this week. I know I keep pushing off. I'm going to let you go. But before I let you go, do all the things I just said. We're always going to be here. And until next time, sign you up.